All right, we are back. It has been busy with stuff at the workshop with Christmas and the holidays coming up, and we got smashed. So we haven't been here, but we have been at home with something else, which I'll slightly show you and share with you. But we're going dashless. There's a dash over there, there's a dash up there, there's one there, and there isn't one there. So I did see on Facebook somewhere people were saying, oh, how do you pull the dash out? How do you do it? Is it hard? So I was pulling mine out. So we'll show you some bits and pieces and what it looks like when the dash is out. So let's have a look. All right, here we are. This is what it looks like when the dash is out. So, do you need the steering column out? No. Would I recommend having the steering wheel off? Yes. Makes it a lot easier to get the dash out of the car. Do you need the doors off? No, but it helps. Since we had that opportunity and we're taking the doors off anyway, it does help get in and around to get to stuff. So this is what it looks like. Heater box is already out. All of that is aftermarket. There's one wiring loom up there that is original to the car, and then there's some extra wiring over here for the EFI 7K swap stuff. So you can leave the column in. Steering wheel I recommend to have off, just to be, if you have the original steering wheel, it is pretty big and does get in the way. So ripped out most of the insulation from there and it looks pretty clean, which is good. So let's show you a few things on the actual dash. These aren't that bad to pull out. These are pretty easy. All right, here it is, early model dash. The later model dash comes down a bit further and obviously it looks a bit different, but basically the same sort of stuff. These are designed to come out pretty easy and it just comes out pretty much complete. Take out the cluster and trimmed radio ashtray in here. This fascia for the heater controls comes off, but you do need to pull the nut off here. Once you pull the knob off, that comes off. Heater controls unbolt from these 4 screws and stay in the car. And then it's just a few 10 mils along the place and up here. 10 mil nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. So that's designed to come out pretty easy. What you're going to run into with trouble is aftermarket stuff. Wiring, alarms, trackers, neon lights, radios, reverse cameras, all that sort of stuff. All of this is designed to be unbolted, dropped down, and all the loom stays in the car and you literally pull the dash pad out. There is a support bar that runs from that side to this side, that stays in when you pull the dash pad out. That bar comes out after. So all of this should come out pretty easy. You're going to have problems when they've rewired stuff and you got wires looping and going around and soldered in, and you're probably going to have to cut most of that away. If you do, what do I recommend? Bit of tape, A1, 2, whatever system you want to go with. Put tape on one side, put tape on the other side, and then cut the wire. Yes, you'll remember today. A couple of weeks from today, you're going to go, where the hell does that go? So we got another one here. This one's B. And then on the harness, wherever I've put it, and stuff's been labeled as well. On the other harness, it'll say the same thing. It's easy to remember now. A couple of weeks, a couple of months from now, you're going to do your head in. Even though these are a simple wiring and you could figure it out, it's just easier to mark it and have less headaches when you go to put it all back together. So they're not that bad to do. Give it a go. Do you need the doors off? No, we had them off, made it easier. Do you need the steering column out? No. Steering wheel, yes. If you got the original steering wheel, they're massive. Even with a small aftermarket steering wheel, it would still be a pain pulling the dash out this way. So steering wheel off, and that's about it. You can leave the shifter in. Heater box stays in until after. So bar and heater box were pulled out after the fact. So we're getting ready to pull all of this away. we're gonna, in the new year, get rid of all the sound deadening. Engine's coming out. This thing's getting pulled to pieces. So we got one dash there, we got one dash there, and we got one dash up there. So one of these dashes I'm gonna fix to the original sort of standard, get it reskinned. The other one I actually want to flock, so race car style dash, but we shall see how that turns out. So going dashless, kind of. We pull the dash out and getting ready. It's not that hard. You can give it a go. Just label things, take your time. And like I said, the biggest hurdle you're gonna have is aftermarket wiring stuff. This stuff is designed to be all pulled apart pretty easily. Like I said, that wiring should stay in and stay in place pretty close to where you pull it off, and everything just pulls away pretty easily. It's going to be the aftermarket stuff that's going to hold you up. Okay, while we're here, let's give you an update. Wiring's pretty much all sorted. There's a couple of loose ends I got to get onto, which is like reverse lights and things like that. It's not anything terribly hard to do, but everything is basically in place where I want it. Now we just have to pull it all out and make it all tidy and neat, tape it all and make it all look pretty. So that's where we're at with wiring. I did have a battery in it a couple of weeks ago. It does start and run still, which is good. And then we have to tackle this fuel system. I want to go from here to here. Obviously I'll try and find a black one of these, but just to keep this area nice and clean, just like this area, it's got nothing on it. I want to mimic that on this side. Nothing here. Keep everything on the engine, redo the hoses, make that all nice, and I'll probably end up getting rid of this to somewhere else as well, just to make the engine bay less busy. Should look a lot nicer. So we're going to tackle that in the new year. Before we pull the engine out, we need to do that, and then we'll be yanking the engine out of this thing. This stuff, why is it all out? Oh, well, pretty much sold this stuff. Engine, all the bits and pieces, all the 4AGE stuff. The supercharger I'm keeping still. The 4AGE stuff with the gearbox and all the wiring and all the bits and pieces for a K30 conversion, which was going to go in the yellow car. Changed my mind. We're going a different way of thinking, different setup. So that is pretty much sold for the new year, and we got to show you, we're going to give you a little snippet, like I said, of something I did that I probably shouldn't have done, but I've done it. So yeah, that's going. Okay, the box stuff is going with that, and that's going to go. This stays the same plan. Supercharger for this, and I'll throw in, maybe here. I'll throw in here a quick snippet of what I've done, but will be explained in the new year. I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. And we'll do a full video on it in the new year. I'm not going to get into it now. Did I bite off more than I can chew? Yeah, probably. Going to change the plans for next year. We're going to shimmy things around, plan over the break what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and then show you guys the idea and put a plan together so we can try to achieve what we need to for the new year and have some fun. So now I'll leave it there. You guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the new year. Bye.